Hello, my darlings. Welcome to the second part of your weekly readings. I am reading for Taurus, Cancer, Aries, Libra, Sagittarius, and Pisces in that order. Each of these readings will be timestamped both in the comments and also in the description box. If the reading resonates, my darling, you are hearing it within your divines. And if it does resonate or I resonate as a reader, thank you so much for liking this video, for your wonderful comments, for those of you who have subscribed or would like to subscribe, and for those of you who are members or would like to become a member. My gift back to you is the pay what you can 30-minute online readings, and all of the details are in the description box too for that. So first up, my darling, is Taurus, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be pulling an overriding theme from Spirit for this reading, along with a card for your present situation, a card of suggested action from Spirit, and potential outcome if you were to take such action. So Taurus, my darlings, you are up first. So let's move ahead with your reading. Thank you. What has already come out with for you? Focus on the big picture. You've got a lighthouse here, a little bee, and you've also got the hawk as well. So focus. We can become very distracted in life if we start to get too caught up in the smaller aspects of things, to get caught up too much in the details. So Spirit is saying, try and withdraw yourself from focusing too much on the smaller detail and rise up above it to look at the big picture of this in terms of what is happening within this situation for you. It can be very, very productive for you. It can have a very healing, sweet victory to it as well. And there is some form of light or some form of guidance that you're being asked to follow at this time with the lighthouse, so that you don't necessarily crash on the rocks, is what Spirit is saying. So be very focused on the big picture and look to see perhaps what you are missing within this situation. So, and the hawk is also to say, be in a blissful state of anticipation of the universe providing for you, but also don't be afraid to change direction. So let's have a look at, with the Animal Tarot, your present situation. Thank you, Spirit. So we have got the 10 of Winter with the husky dog here. The 10 of Winter is the 10 of Swords. I feel that you have come to a point in your life where you have been frustrated with what is being said, what has happened, what has resulted in perhaps pain for you or frustration as well. And I feel that you have decided now, within this 10 of Swords, what it has given you, if you were to look at it from the big picture, is you're going to do this alone. You're going to do this yourself. And it's very important that you take a step back, look at the big picture in terms of what encouragement it has given you to move past this situation, to move beyond it. This is the Siberian husky dog, and the huskies talk a lot. So be aware of the power of your voice at the moment. Be aware of the words that you're using to both encourage yourself and perhaps discourage yourself as well. And although this may be the end of something for you that has been important to you, think about what results are going to come out, what sweet victory for yourself, and focus on that, my darling. Focus on the big picture of what is coming forth from this, or what potentially you would desire to come forth from this, rather than what has happened at this time. And just trust that with a number 10, 10 is a very powerful number because it is the circle being completed, and it is the start of new beginnings for you. And we exist always in constantly evolving energetic structures, energetic spiritual structures, let's put it that way. And once a structure has achieved what it is meant to achieve for us spiritually, we have learned from it, we have grown from it. That structure dissolves and dissipates in order to make way for a new expanded structure. And that is why Spirit wants you to focus on the big picture and perhaps allow yourself to even start to hope or believe that there is a new direction, a new purpose, something is going to come out of this, a new opportunity is going to present itself, but you might have to move differently. Let's have a look at Spirit's advice for you. Thank you. Thank you. And this little husky is looking quite keen. So I do feel that there is a little sense of, okay, now what? Okay, we're going to play, we're going to do something. I'm going to take myself off. I'm going to do this. If you're not going to assist me, this is what I'm going to do. So it's that sort of energy, which is a really good energy for you to be in as well. Spirit's advice is the Empress. So bunny rabbits' hairs, they hop. It says here, hop into action. It is to say, put out there now what, because this is the start of something new for you. But if you're going to be focusing on the start of something new, you can't be drawn into the past and perhaps grievances that you may have had in the past. Where attention goes, energy flows. And the universe is desiring for you to put your attention and focus on energy on moving forward now constructively and bound into something with an extraordinary amount of enthusiasm and delight and joy and curiosity. Not having any great expectation of the finite detail. Perhaps that's something you've learned from the past, but more the expectation of great things to come for you, because you deserve this. And you are now in a place of, you have prepared, and you are now in the place of being able to receive it. So a wonderful card, the Empress. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, I picked that up. And let's have a look at the potential outcome for you. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, that flew out. What was that? Oh my goodness, what have we got? We've got the 7 of Spring and the 6 of Winter, which is really lovely. So the 7 of Spring, the 7 of Wands, the past 10 of Swords situation, I believe, has taught you to rely on yourself, to have so much self-responsibility, to trust in yourself, to continue to be the person that you are, that gorgeous, playful, talkative, lovely, friendly, loyal presence in people's lives, but to not have great expectations of others, but to actually have an extraordinary expectation of yourself when you rest and are in a place of sticking with who you are, not changing that for anybody, staying true to that, staying true to your beliefs and your values. And you're moving into a period of great assertiveness that comes from that place, that foundation that you're now creating for yourself. You're not afraid to be who you are. That's the 7 of Wands. And you're not going to get drawn back into the energetic space where you were before. That actually was the catalyst for you to decide this is what you are going to be and this is who you are, and you're not going to be anybody else for anybody else. And so this is a really strong card for you. And alongside that, you've got the 6 of Winter, the 6 of Swords. And this is the wonderful card of letting go, surrendering, moving on from the past, just letting it be. It's a distant memory. It's a memory that actually you realized kept you trapped in a space of where you really, now looking back on it, you didn't really want to be, but you didn't know it at the time because you didn't know any different. Now you do. So this is a wonderful card of moving forward, of using what change has come into your life, because of course, when one structure dissolves and dissipates, another is being created. And that represents the change that is happening at this time because of the intention that you put out there. So this change is really good for you. And you are responding and looking forward, and you are responding to this change in a very, very positive way. So there we are, my darling. What a lovely reading for you, Taurus. I trust that has helped you. And I look forward to doing another reading for you next week, my darlings. Take care. Cancer, let's see what the cards have to say to you for your weekly reading. The overriding message for Cancer, please. Thank you, Spirit. Overriding message for Cancer. We have self. Self has come out for you. Self-worth, self-love, self-value, self-respect. Beautiful little card with the little pig here. Ourself, when we talk about ourself, we tend to talk about ourself, don't we, as an identity, a personality, a character. We tend to attribute all of these things to our circumstances, and we tend to see our life through those eyes. But in that aspect of oneself, we are seeing ourselves as a separate identity to the universe, to all there is. We're not separate from it. We are an individual representation of it. And from that point of view, when we talk about ourself, we could be talking about our higher self, the essence, the presence within us that is ever watching, ever observant, ever guiding if we choose to listen. And it's very important that everything comes from the relationship we have with ourselves in terms of our ego self, and ourself in terms of our higher self. So Spirit is wishing for you at this time to recognize that all forms of richness of life, not just wealth, but richness in many, many different aspects, comes from self-worth, self-love, self-value, and self-respect. Because within that space, the energy you are projecting out to the universe is one of a powerful creation of love, a vibration of love for yourself, and then you will attract back similar. But you have to feel those feelings for yourself first. So that's the overriding message that's come through. Let's see, Cancer, what is your present situation? Thank you, Spirit. So we have got the Ace of Spring, and I'm also seeing the Princess of Spring as well. So the universe has presented to you, perhaps twice, an opportunity here that is to show you, to showcase to you what happens when you follow your desires or respond spontaneously to things that are being presented as presents given to you by the universe. You've got here the Ace of Spring, the Ace of Wands, and you have here the nurturing of a mother to her child, of a parent, let's put it this way, it could be a father, a parent to her child. There is an opportunity here with the new moon. There is an opportunity of a new approach in your relationships at this time, perhaps something that you haven't felt able to do before. And whatever's happening for you at this time, it is an aspect, it is a reflection of self-worth, self-love, self-value, and self-respect. This is a divinely timed gift for you at this time to perhaps show how you feel, to actually demonstrate perhaps what you haven't been able to demonstrate before in relationships, because as the Princess of Spring is a Page of Wands, it is something that has not been something that you've been able to do in the past as much as you would have liked to do, because the Page is the beginnings of something. But Spirit is saying it's going to be hugely transformational for you to be able to do this, to be able to express yourself in a way that you truly feel, a desire that you've had a long time. And sometimes, you know, saying those words of I love you, or, you know, I care, I wish to help, you mean so much, all of those things, perhaps just the 3 simple words of I love you, can be the very most difficult things to say, but it is a reflection of how you've been feeling about yourself. And I feel with these cards, I just been told to put that over, the 6 of Spring, 6 of Wands, this will be very successful to you if you can spontaneously reach out and express how you feel. And it is something you're going to feel a sense of oof after you've done it. So let's have a look at Spirit's advice. And thank you. I'm seeing here the white tiger, which is very rare. This is a rare opportunity, whatever the universe has presented to you, this is a rare opportunity for you to leap into action and to do something that perhaps you haven't done before, but is quietly inspiring you to do so. It's just about taking a leap over your fear. It's just about perhaps doing something a little different. And then there is so much richness of life to experience because of that. So let's have a look at Spirit's advice as well. Thank you, Spirit. It's a life experience, the cuckoo. It's the life experience card. So this is like the tower moment here, but it's the cuckoo. The cuckoo, cuckoo. I don't know what the cuckoo means. Sorry about that little song. Time, it's time. Thank you. It's time, Spirit is saying. It's time to do this. It's like the little cuckoo clock. You're at a point of your life with the post here where you could go in any which direction you desire and wish to go to. It's a very transformational time for you. There is a lot of information that you're receiving at the moment, the transfer of information that is very transformational if you so desire to receive it that way, to be inspired by it as well. It's almost like migrating butterflies here. It is a fleeting moment in time, a fleeting opportunity to leap into action, to do something that as you do it is a reflection of your self-love as well. It is an expansion of oneself. It is connecting to the highest power within us, which is one of love, unconditional love. And it is only fear. It is only conditioned behavior that stops us from expressing it sometimes. And the feeling of vulnerability that comes with that. But look at vulnerability. It is expressive, it is open, it is love, it is expansive, it is sharing, it is caring, it is all of those things. Fear hides and it hoards and it shuts down. By love as expansion. And this is a very expansive time for you if you can express how you feel to this person perhaps, or to people, but I feel it's with one particular person here, and maybe it is with a child, because you've got here the little cub here as well, who is in unconditionally loves their parent, but is in need of the experience with you, the foundation with you, the teaching with you as well. But this is also for you. This is an extraordinary emotional expansion for you, my darling, if you can step forward and do something spontaneously. So they are asking you, you know, this little cuckoo is ready to fly. And actually, it's looking at this parent and this cub here as well. So it's time. And now I'm seeing the Ace of Winter, which is yes. And the bamboo, this is a really fortuitous time for you to do something that you haven't done before, to reach, to stretch yourself in the way that you're communicating at this time. The bamboo, the first year it sleeps, second year it creeps, the third year it leaps. So leap towards this, creep towards this, whatever you're going to do, but you're being asked to stretch yourself with your expression of emotions. And I then saw the Six of Spring, which was the success card. So the potential outcome, thank you, please, for Cancer. Really, really lovely. Quite a lot of cards here. So I'm just going to just pick them up and put them down again as I saw them. So you, my darling, this is the Prince of Winter. So this is movement. This is wonderful movement of soulful expression. This is the Knight of Swords. This is the movement away from perhaps a caught up, trapped, negative environment into something that is free. and it's free to express itself. And this is a challenge. This is, you know, the knights are brave, they're adventurous. It takes courage, core, heart, Latin. It takes courage to do something like this that we're not used to doing. But with the thoroughbred horse here, you are more than capable of doing it. And you will have very fast results once you start demonstrating your ability to communicate in a way that you perhaps haven't realized. I think you do have it in so many other ways, but perhaps in this way, with regards love, it hasn't been as easy as perhaps other communication. Then you have the Four of Spring, the Four of Wands, which is a wonderful card of stability, of a relationship. And I love the sea otters here, because sea otters hold hands when they sleep so they don't drift apart. So this is about the emotional connection that will be gained from your emotional expansion, your expression of how you feel. And this will be a wonderful expression also of self-love, because otters represent self-love in so many forms, but also just a kind of letting go and going with the flow, being spontaneous with life as well. And the Four of Wands is an open relationship in terms of something that's able to grow how it's intended to grow. It's beautiful, my darling. And then we have the Dreamer here. So this is a brand new cycle for you, a brand new cycle where you are going to feel so different, not so encumbered by burdens, not so encumbered by fear that you didn't even know you had about how to say things and how to be perhaps in relationships such as this. And this is a kind of an opportunity for you to chase your dreams, but in a way that is joyful, in a way that is playful as well. So there we are, my darling. And I am seeing that Eight of Winter, but this is a wonderful card of you releasing yourself from this space and coming to join the other. I don't know who these people are. This could be family, this could be community around you, could be friends, but whatever it is, your little chirpy sound, your voice and everything, you're freeing yourself from the cage that you have been in to kind of join in the chat. And these little birds are not, they don't have fear that that branch is going to break because they can fly. So this is a whole newfound freedom for yourself in the expression of yourself. So there's a lot of swords in this reading. And, you know, this swords represent air, communication, truth, the essential truth, my darling, and your approach, your way of using words for your greatest good. Remember, abracadabra, abracadabra, you create, I create as I speak. So use your words, these few words really wisely, my darling, and watch what happens when you do. So there we are. I trust that has helped those that have resonated with this reading. I look forward to doing another reading for you next week. But in the meantime, have the rest of a really lovely week. Take care, my darlings. Aries, hello, my darlings. Welcome to your weekly reading. We shall see what comes out for you from the Oracle deck, first of all, before we move into the tarot. Thank you for Aries. What have we got here? Tame and attain. Wow. Okay. So we've got the horse here, tame and attain. These are all lovely new cards. So I'm loving feeling my way around them. You have so much energy. You have so much desire to run with whatever this is. And that is almost boundless energies like horses have. But Spirit wishes for you, and it's not really a but, it's an add-on, okay, to harness that extraordinary forward momentum, to become friends with where your feelings are with it, to get to know, to embrace, to understand why you're doing this. And that harnessing of all of that wonderful energy and your understanding what you're doing with it and why and how it all works, spiritual laws of the universe, you as energy and emotion, then that leads to the path of least resistance for the attainment of your goals. So let's see Tame and attain. There we go. For Aries, thank you. Current situation. Queen of Swords, my darling. So if you think about this with the leopard can again move at great speeds, extraordinary speeds, not afraid to move, not afraid at taking opportunity when opportunity presents itself. The leopard also relies on great reserves, I'm getting, to do that. So in order to have great reserves, in order to chase after an opportunity or to pounce on an opportunity, the leopard also has to rest. So this is also alongside, as I said, about the horse can't keep going on forever. It is to tame your an energy at this time, to understanding the balance of both bursts of energy, creative life force, non-resistant energy, and the necessity for rest as well. Otherwise you will burn out. And with this Queen of Swords, to also understand that it's not necessarily doing energy that is so powerful. It's the being energy. It's the being present energy and being aware of how the spiritual laws of the universe are working for you. Now, with the Queen of Swords, this is about your communication at this time, how you're using your words, how you're using your thoughts. Where is your attention going with your thoughts and words and actions? And as the Queen of Swords, not putting up with any bullshit from yourself either. You know, perhaps there is something that you've been procrastinating about and it's an opportunity that's slipping by, and the universe is saying, snap it up, go for it. You won't know until you try. But, you know, also about perhaps what either destructive or constructive thoughts and feelings that you're thinking at this time. And, you know, again, where attention goes, energy flows. But the Queen of Swords, you are very articulate, you communicate very well. It is a reminder to come back to that tame and attain, to be aware, to be observant of your thoughts. I'm going to say it again, to detach, to be a witness of, and within that, that keen insight comes through. So that's a beautiful position to be in. Bear with me 1 second, my little dog is snoring, bear with me. Thanks for that. Okay, so let's have a look at Spirit's advice. But you've harnessed this amazing energy you have. But use the spiritual laws of the universe. They're there for you as guideposts. Look at this. Spirit's advice, the Ace of Pentacles. This is with the little Keiko cat. This is... So there is an abundance of potential, as you know. There's abundance of opportunity, as you know. But there is a divinely timed one that is part of your divine design, a part of your meaningful purpose, that is going to literally fall in your lap. And so perhaps the energy that you're giving to things at this time that are not working out, Spirit is just reminding you, perhaps they're not working out because the right one hasn't come to you yet. So don't become discouraged. Don't shake your head like a wild horse would do and run off away from this out of fear. Think about so many things that people start and then they never finish. And it's those that move beyond that and take up the challenge and look for new ways of doing things. But this Ace of Pentacles is something to do, it's that cornerstone of the potential of you attaining the goals that you so desire. So whether, as it says here, this is assistance for you, it's money that's coming in, it's assistance that comes in the form of money, whether it is the meeting of somebody who can help you at this time, somebody that's been sent by the universe, whether it is that new job opportunity, whether it is the platform with which you can create something, whatever it is, Spirit is saying it is coming in. Now with the cat, this says to me that this is leading, it's encouraging your brilliance and your independence and your selection of it, because cats are very selective and they also thrive on independence. And you may have some choices to make, but you have a wild spirit, and whatever this is, my darling, it's not going to tame it to the point that you're going to feel trapped. That independence within you is still going to be attainable alongside of your goals. So thank you, Spirit. And then let's have a look at potential outcome. Thank you for Aries. Potential outcome. Thank you. Wanted to come up. Wow. Look at this, 2 aces and a life experience tower in the middle. This is extraordinary. So whatever this ace of pentacles is going to come in with a great change in your life. Okay, so expect some form of change. It may initially be a little bit, oh my God, but if you can observe it like the bird would from a higher perspective, and see that this is to facilitate the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, something that you have desired and you have put out there as a rocket of desire, a command to the universe. And it is something that, as the Queen of Swords, you have consciously done. Change has to happen, my darling. It is a necessary part of the evolution of your manifestation. Thank you, Spirit. And it's very transformative for you in a very beautiful way. So don't be fearful of this, but Spirit is saying, oh my goodness, there's my light going. Don't be fearful of it. Spirit is saying it is time. And my light has gone again. Isn't that interesting? So it's going to happen suddenly. It's going to happen suddenly. And it's not an accident. It's not there are no coincidences. It's a co-creating incident. Okay, it's a God incident. It is perhaps divine intervention in your life, but it is out of this Ace of Wands an extraordinary, wonderful new opportunity is going to arise for you, and it's something that you're going to care for and love and nurture, because in a way that allows it to roam free, allows it to be what it is, the full expression of itself, my darling. So now, whether this is a relationship between more than you and one other, or whether it is with, as you know, I was looking at initially, an opportunity for you to expand in a way and attain your goals. Say no bit. So it's a lot about how you're speaking at this time. This is one of the things that Spirit is saying. There's a lot, and it's about stretching yourself, but as I said, not stretching yourself to the point that you have no energy left to finish the race as well. So divine timing for you, my darling. I trust and hope that this has helped you. I look forward to doing another reading for you next week. In the meantime, have the rest of a very gorgeous week. Take care, darlings. Bye. Libra, hello, welcome to your weekly reading. We shall pull, first of all, for you an overriding oracle message for you before we move into the tarot. What's the first one I see? Almost there is the first one I see, and also immense growth. So I'm going to take both of those for you. Thank you, Spirit. So you are almost there, my darling, almost there. There's a last little bump in the road for you might be perceiving at this time. But that bump is a very important bump because it's asking you to let go, okay, to lessen your grip on it, to loosen your grip on this now. Because if you loosen your grip, the solution, which is represented by the fox, will be found. And Latin, solution, the root of solution is solvere in Latin, which means to loosen. So loosen your grip and the solution will be found. You're almost there, my darling. It's just that last little bit. And perhaps the problem that you are perceiving is simply a problem because you wish for something to happen that hasn't happened. And Spirit has another idea, which is for your greatest good, which is for your greatest joy, which is for your greatest happiness. And it's all about immense growth that you have been going through, my darling. Is this the bald-headed eagle? This is immense growth. This is soaring above things, seeing things from a different perspective, coming away from negativity now, focusing on soaring higher and faster than you've done before. This is immense growth. This is huge growth, and you should be very, very proud of yourself, and you're almost there. The end is in sight, but it's not the end. It's the beginning of something new. It is the next stage, and it's there as a huge creative expanse for you. So let's see where you are in your situation right now. Well, that wanted to fly out. And we have got this Prince of Spring, which is the Knight of Wands. And this is with the dolphin. So this is a wonderful, I feel that you feel this sort of blissful state of anticipation and joy about what is coming, what is there, but you're feeling it for the present now, and that's really powerful. And with the dolphin, it is to say, ride the ups and downs of the waves. You can't, with waves, they have to have a peak and a trough. You can't have one without the other, and life is like that. We have this, humans have this demand to be constantly happy, but actually it's through the ups and downs that we can become in a peaceful state of being, accepting that everything is necessary, everything is change, everything is evolving, and to approach life from an innocence and a joy that you're going to enjoy the ride. And that's really powerful, because the Knight of Wands is about where you're putting your attention. And, the Knight of Wands can be quite destructive attention. Where attention goes, energy flows. But you, my darling, are focusing your attention on the joyful expression of who you are and being in the present moment. So this is really, really lovely. And because this is movement, of energy, there is something there with the Knight of Wands. There is something within you and your joyful expression that perhaps is asking for that joyful expression right now, needs some intention right away from you at this time. And maybe this is this problem, and it's asking you to let go, to release it, okay? And the solution will be found for you. So let's have a look at Spirit's suggested course of action. Thank you. Well, look at this. You've got 13, release, which is just wonderful. Release the situation in order for you to attract it, what you desire, and come into the full expression of who you are, my darling. That's the Death card. This is this complete rebirth. You're almost there. I mean, this is wonderful. The peacock is such an extraordinary animal, and it's asking you, it shows here lots of butterflies. This is transformational for you in so many different ways, so many colorful ways, Spirit is saying. But it's asking you to view this through the eyes of the universe, like normally the third eye on the peacock and the Empress. So if you are feeling that there is a blockage here at this time that is causing you to sit still, Spirit is saying, nope, this is the Empress with the bunny rabbit, the Angora rabbit. This is a time for you to bound into action with your joyful, gorgeous, playful-like energy, and approach this like a game, to have fun with this, especially as it's a challenge for you, because this is an opportunity for you to receive so much, a transformational energy, to be curious about this. Why has the universe presented me with this challenge? Goodness, this is something that I'm going to overcome. It is simply a challenge. It is not a problem. And it is not a problem because actually I am choosing to say that I'm releasing my hold and perhaps something working out the way that I desire for it to, as opposed to my soul's meaningful purpose and knowing what is outside the limitations of my mind, what is for my greatest good and my greatest happiness. And this is something that's hugely expansive and can grow in all sorts of wonderful ways. And then the potential outcome, Libra, thank you. Oh, well, there we go. We've got this coming into the full expression of who you are, the end of something and the beginning of something new. Maybe this is to do with love, but yeah. And the ends of a relationship, or the moving. I don't see that. I see this more as the white rose of purity, the white rose of peace, the white rose of laying down and surrendering, and to give in to the universe, to the powers that a greater power than us, to surrender to what is, to be acceptant of what is, and to experience the joy of what is once we do that. So you, my darling, almost there, intense growth, an extraordinary journey that you've been on. And there is something that you're going to grow from that foundation of that extraordinarily joyful, expansive energy that is going to be such a delight for you to watch it grow. So I'm going to say congratulations. It's done already. You may not have seen it yet, but you can feel it coming. So there we are, my darling. So much love to you. I trust that has helped those that have resonated with this reading. And I look forward to doing another one for you next week. In the meantime, take care and have the rest of a gorgeous week. Sagittarius, my darlings, welcome to your weekly reading. I am going to use an oracle deck to pull an overriding message for you, and then we'll move into your tarot. Thank you for Sagittarius, for those that most need to hear this message. What wishes to come out? Okay, we've got breakthrough, and tame and attain has come out for you, my darling. So the breakthrough, it's almost like an eye here. The breakthrough will come through a different perception of this situation. You will break through perhaps the cloudy lens of life that is looking at this and start to see this from a different perspective. In order to do that, it's necessary to release perhaps a strong opinion you might have about this situation, and to come into a state of being, which is, I know nothing. I know nothing, and I desire and wish to receive the essential truthfulness. And alongside of that, you've got tame and attain. There is an extraordinary amount of energy that you have. Beautiful fire energy, you know, that wonderful creative life force energy, but it isn't really a but. Spirit is saying you're not using it to the best of your creative ability, which is immense. This is almost like a wild stallion here. And if you can harness your spiritual gifts, harness your energy in such a way that you are directing it in the direction you wish to go rather than other directions, then a breakthrough will happen as well. And to tame it, to tame that horse, means to be gentle with it, to get to know it, to also, though, it's a command you're giving as an energy as well. We're never in control of anything. We think we are, but we're not. We are life itself, experiencing life itself. But we are in control of how we respond to a situation. So Spirit is asking for your response at this time to nurture, to be in command of, to understand your energy, emotion, your emotions, and where they're taking you at this time, and to tame them, to pacify them, to take them perhaps in another direction, to retrain them, to retrain yourself in the way that you're thinking and you're acting and you're feeling and you're doing, to just be aware of them as well, and to direct that energy in a very powerful way, moving forward. But this is a breakthrough, okay? This is wonderful. This is it's a really lovely time for you at this time. So, and it's a big breakthrough as well. It's an extraordinary aha moment for you to have at this time. And, you know, I'm seeing here the number 28 here as well. So 8 is about actions that you're taking. So and 2 is about decisions. So 2 and 8 together are about deciding to act in a certain way moving forward now. And 2 and 8 make 10, and 10 is the end of a cycle and the beginning of something new. So tame and attain, the attainment of your goals. The attainment of your goals, my darling. There is a breakthrough at hand. So let's have a look to see your current situation, where you are right now. That wanted to come out. So we have the 9 of Pentacles. This is the rag doll cat. So my darling, my lovely Saggies, as an energy where you are right now, there is a sense of security within you. There is a sense of strong independence within you. There has been a lot of beautiful natural growth. I feel that you have created something independently which you are very proud of. It's a sort of rags to riches sort of story for yourself. And I don't mean riches necessarily in terms of just money. I mean the richness of life as well. And the 9 of Pentacles is a card of living life consciously. You're very aware of who you are. You're very aware that you're more than you think you are. You are enjoying the understanding of vibrations and energy, and what happens with that, and how we have a resonant signature as well. I think you're very selective about who you surround yourself with, and who you spend time with as well, and you enjoy your own solitude. So in terms of this and the breakthrough and the tame and attain, it's actually quite interesting. It's about where you're giving that attention to right now within this place of relaxation, and remembering that, just like this wild horse and this cat, that your driven desire is to remain independent. And so that's the message you're giving out to the universe as well. But also perhaps to tame your urges to react to things, like the cat might react to things if it's surprised as well too here. But the 9 of Pentacles, it's a wonderful place to be, because it is a state of appreciation of oneself. And I think you have some extraordinary ideas and extraordinary things, and Spirit is saying, yes, you do. But all in good time, all in good time. It's this breakthrough. There is something that is a kind of completion of something that you're being asked to do before you break through into a new expanse of a new expansive structure, cycle in your life. And the horse is looking at the cat here. So there is that, I feel that there is a sense of urgency within you to achieve more than where you are now. And this is a reminder for you that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Exactly. And that actually through the nurturing and the understanding and being kind to yourself, that's the taming of being kind to yourself, you are redirecting your energy in a very, very powerful way. And it's all leading to the attainment of your goals, my darling. So 9 of Pentacles, very powerful energy to be in right now. And rest assured, rest assured that you are exactly where you're meant to be. And you should be feeling very content with where you are right now, my darling. There is a lot of stability in yourself and in your surroundings that is as a result of your perception of yourself, as a result of your conscious living. So let's have a look at Spirit's advice. Thank you for Sagittarius. Just remove the bit between your teeth, Spirit is saying. Thank you, Spirit, because I'm saying the bit there, it's not there in the teeth. Remove the bit from your teeth. You don't need to have it the whole time about moving faster and faster and faster and faster. So the High Priestess, yes, there is no need for you to do anything at this moment other than observe from your higher perspective. There is news coming to you that you will not see, you will not resonate with if you're too busy trying to rush forward and do it in a certain way. This is your energy. That's a fantastic energy to receive this news, to notice this news coming towards you as well. It is coming as a direct perception of pure soul loving energy towards you. It is transformational. It is something that is exciting. It is something that will surprise you. But it is also the necessity for you to come back into a state of being utterly content with where you are now, and not frustrated, this bit between your teeth to be there, to be there, to be there, to be there. No, you are in a state of being right now, and you are in a joyful, contented state of being. And don't bring lack into this at this time. So let's have a look at the potential outcome for you. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Oh, that's an interesting, that's not meant to be in here. That's a Page of Swords. So there is something. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. So what have we got here? We've got, this is really interesting. Free yourself from the constriction, the confines of you're meant to be somewhere else. Free yourself from that concept, from that idea. You're exactly where you're meant to be. The door is open. You can hang out, you can choose, you can fly in any direction you wish and desire to do so. But just free yourself from the mental anguish of thinking, I'm trapped in this present situation and I want to be there. No, my darling, you are not in this cage. You are in this gorgeous space here of consciously living, and that is wonderful. And you've got here the Moon card with the lynx cat. This is your potential outcome, potential future, with Spirit's advice and the energy that you are now, because we all create our own future. There is something that Spirit is saying, the universe is saying, that you don't know yet. And I feel that's why with the owl coming in with this news. But this is also an aspect with the High Priestess and the Moon. You have an innate sense of understandings of things. You can see the big picture. You can see it from the spiritual view of life. You're tuned in, you're tapped onto your intuition, your psychic. So to have the Moon and the High Priestess together and trust and rely on those energies that are coming through as well with this, because the light is on you, but you have to trust everything that is coming through for you at this time. So I don't know what type of role you have in life, but whatever it is, it has a meaningful purpose for you. But I think sometimes you might doubt yourself. But you know what? Cats don't doubt themselves. Cats don't go to sleep at night doubting themselves or thinking that they should have done this or wish they'd done that. Just be in a state of being, of understanding that you are imperfectly perfect. We all are imperfectly perfect, and we're here to grow. We're here to evolve. We're here to experience this life that we have chosen to do. And be relaxed about where you are, and be relaxed and trust in your abilities, my darling. This is all coming in for you. This is just wonderful. And I'm seeing the star here as well. So alongside the Moon, keep continuing to stretch yourself, okay? Keep continuing to stretch, keep continuing to reach for the stars, keep continuing to have your dreams. Everything will be revealed within your divine design. And the star card is to say to you, those blessings, with the release of perhaps expectations you have on yourself and the continuous release of resistance that you may have about where you are, is going to bring in the blessings and the things that you've been dreaming about, the things that you've been desiring. And they're not so far out of your reach as you think that they might be. So there we are, my darling. Let it flow, let it flow, let it go the way it's meant to. Remove this burden from yourself now. Sagittarius, I trust and hope that that has helped those that have resonated with this reading. I look forward to doing another weekly reading for you next week. In the meantime, have the rest of a joyful week, my darling, and take care. Bye-bye. Pisces, my darling. Hello, welcome to your weekly reading. I am going to pull an overriding message from the Oracle deck, first of all, for you, and then we will move into the 3 cards for your reading. So for Pisces, please, for those that most need to hear the message, thank you, Spirit. What wishes to... Ooh, interesting. We have got... Well, that's the card that's wanted to come out. I saw first, attract through glow. These are new cards for me, so I'm really enjoying this. To attract through your glow, you do not need to chase after this. It's going to come to you. It's going to come to you if you step back in the place of understanding that you will attract when you are in a state of light, love, self-appreciation, self-respect, being present. Everything that is intended for you will come to you. This is the law of attraction here as well. This is, I don't know what this little creature is, but it has a glow and it sets that glow out when it wishes to attract a mate. So attract through your glow, my darling. Attract through your love of life, your love of yourself, your appreciation for where you are, the appreciation of everything around you. Be that wonderful shining light. You know, that wonderful high vibrational energy that you do have, and you're buzzing around doing your thing. That is a very powerful magnetic attraction for others that are within your energetic vicinity as well. So attract through glow, not through doing. Attract through being, not through doing. Thank you. Let's have a look to see your situation. Thank you, where you are. So look at your glow, my darling, the 9 of Pentacles here. Woof. Very cool space that you're in. This is about being, well, I'm going to say the word, calm and collective and secure and relaxed and kind of purring away in a space of a high vibration. I mean, cats' purrs are meant to be incredibly healing, but this is the energy you're giving out, attracting through your glowing. Cats are independent. They are very choosy about who they spend time with. They live life in the present moment. They don't second guess themselves. They don't have regrets at night. They live every day in the present moment. A fabulous energy, my darling. You are living life very, very consciously and in a great sense of self-security. There is nothing that you need to do other than be in a state of being and do things spontaneously like a cat would do, but also trust in the power of being, in the power of purring, in the power of vibrating at an energy that you know is calling forth everything that you desire. So this is a fantastic place for you to be. Spirit's advice for you. Oh my goodness, the feeling of contentedness. There's things that have happened as well recently, and it's wonderful, but it's also a reminder for you about not doing so much as well. I mean, this could be about a relationship, but it also could be about what you're desiring to achieve within your life as well, outside of a relationship, and you will attract it in this state of being. It's not so much about hard work. It's about just being in the right place at the right time, and knowing that that's been a coincidence is a co-creating instance with the universe. It's a serendipitous moment, and anything that is coincidence, and cats are seen as mystic and magic, so anything that is, thank you, Spirit, co-creating incidences, a coincidence, serendipitous moment, anything like that, my darling, is always a door to positivity, a door to some positive event or action happening as an aspect of your life path. So you've got here, this card has come out for you from suggested action from Spirit. So this is the Page of Cups. There is an approach that's going to be made to you that, okay, so how do I express this, Spirit? You've got here the dawn, you've got here the dawn. It is the dawn. It is something new. This is something that is a new relationship, a new sort of romance as well. And you've got here this little trout, this little fish, and you've got here this little fawn here. So it's quite fragile where it is at the moment. And they may get startled if you were to make a move that would be surprising, if you were to do leaps onto this relationship in your expression of joy and delight. They may run away from this because this is the fawn. It's going to be startled easily. So attract through glow, not through necessarily doing acrobatics in front of them, saying, look at me, I can do this, I can do this. And you know, they're very sweet. And it is something that is, oh my goodness, an amazing and emotional experience for you, a constant flow of emotional fulfillment that comes from a state of being of peace with where you are and who you are as well. So this is divinely timed for you, darling. And then the potential outcome. Thank you, Spirit. You have got the Prince of Winter. This is movement that's happening. This is the thoroughbred horse. This is the Knight of Swords. Spirit is saying, get ready for something that's going to move very fast because you have attracted through your glowing state of being. And it's a thoroughbred, so it's worth betting on. I think your Spirit is saying it's worth betting on, it's worth taking a bet. It's worth it's going to move fast. It's worth your attention. But it's an energy that is very intent on not being negative. It's an energy that's very intent, it's very clear, it's very communicative. It's ready to run in a joyous, expansive way. And alongside of that, you have got the ego. So the ego is between the Knight of Swords and the Four of Spring. So I just want to show you this. So that actually, let me just show you, let me just get these the right way around. So this energy that's worth betting on is moving to this, okay? The Four of Spring, the Four of Wands. Look at these two sea otters, just in a blissful state of joyful appreciation and closeness and gliding through life, holding hands so they don't drift apart, constantly connected with one another, self-loving at the same time, playful. I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous energy, and a free-flowing, expansive, letting each otter be exactly who they're meant to be. Then you've got this fast-moving, beautiful energy, thoroughbred energy, racing towards that if you attract through your glow, rather than doing your acrobatics. And then you've got this in the middle, the Siamese cat. I used to have a lovely Siamese called Timmy. The only thing that's blocking is you feeling that you have to attract this person to you through perhaps gaining their attention. So this naughty little cat is sort of saying, look, I'm going to wear this and I'm going to look like this and I'm going to do this and perhaps I'm going to knock this over. So our ego sometimes can get wounded and hurt if we don't feel that we're receiving the attention that we feel that we deserve to receive. And it's difficult to set the ego aside, to get out of our head of this, but to trust that actually, whatever this is, my darling, you're attracting it through your glow. You're attracting it. That glow represents that warm, beautiful energy coming from you. And in divine design, those two energies will come together. But Spirit is saying, don't startle them. Don't make them run away, because they're very fragile in their space. So it's a reflection of their energy. I mean, you're amazing. I mean, goodness. Siamese cat, the ragdoll cat, the thoroughbred horse, the beautiful deer. I mean, the otters. I mean, you're amazing, my darling. This is not a reflection of who you are, but it's your negative thinking is causing a place of resistance. So let the ego go and trust that this is, as it's an Ace of Cups, it is a divinely designed relationship. It has a meaningful purpose above and beyond any love or romantic notions you have for it. It is there as a great teacher for you and for them as well. But it has to be taught in the right time. It has to come in the right time. So you don't need to do anything right now other than continue being in this wonderful state of being. This cat is unadorned with any kind of adornment, let's put it that way. We can't say which one is more attractive and more beautiful. They both are. And there is something, you are more attractive in that amazing kind of natural way that you are than trying to be something that you're not. You're very good at being who you are. You're very powerful in being who you are. And you are the energy, and they feel very comfortable in your presence, very comfortable in your presence. But too much, too soon is going to make them run away. Too much, too soon. So, but it's wonderful. It's all leading to this beautiful Four of Wands. If you let it go, if you let it flow, if you let it happen, non-resistant energy, let it go at the pace it's meant to go. And water always finds a way and always finds the quickest route. So let go and let this happen, my darling. You're amazing. So there we go, Pisces. Lots and lots of love to you. I trust this has helped those that have resonated with this reading. I look forward to doing another reading for you next week. But in the meantime, have the rest of a very glorious week, my darlings.